Hi guys, just been searching through my pile of bits and pieces, or rubbish pile, whatever you want to call it, and found this car that I bought in a charity shop quite a while ago. I remember I did do a video on it, and there's a couple of things wrong with it. There's a basic problem that the steering is broken on one side. The other side was loose, but I've managed to just pop back in place. But this side, the linkage is actually broken. The other thing that was wrong with it was none of my transmitters will talk to that receiver. So I thought I might just spend a few minutes tonight. I'll swap that receiver over for one that I know works. This one takes 5 AA batteries, so that's 3, 6, 7.5 volts. I think the receivers that I've got run on slightly less, so we'll take a risk, see if it can take the extra power. But then I'll have to see if I can do anything about that broken linkage. Not quite sure what I can do there, because it's a awkward shape bit of plastic. I can't just glue it. I might be able to rig something up with some bits of wire and some 2-pack epoxy. So that's what we're going to do tonight. But I'll need to clear a space on my desk, because there was a few other things I was doing. I'll use this receiver. This is one that I've used in one of my projects. So I'll just desolder these wires and just do a straight replacement. Right, that was a bit of a fiddle, but I've got the replacement receiver in there. And I've actually got them the right way round. Forwards, forwards, backwards. How about steering? No, I've got steering backwards, or reversed. So yeah, I have to swap that over. But we've got to start anyway. I'll swap them over, then we'll see what we can do about the broken steering arm. That's not going to be very clear to see what I've done there, but I had a plastic needle, I suppose you could call it. That's all that's left of it. It was about 3 or 4 inches long, but it was the sort of plastic that when you heat it, it melts. So I bent it so that it's going through the linkage there, bent it back, and then I've melted it into the existing plastic linkage. It's not going to be very strong, but it does work. Because the battery cover's missing as well, so I'll see if I can find a bit of plastic to put on there so it doesn't drop out when it's driving along. That's the battery cover fixed. I cut up an old CD. Not quite sure if the camera will pick this up, but it didn't last very long, that fix that I did. So I've now wrapped it in wire to strengthen it and then sealed it in epoxy resin. So it should be a little bit stronger. Test run in the conservatory. You can probably see we haven't got much grip here. Look, it's working, so I should be fairly happy with that. The only thing is I don't think my repair will last all that long. I think if my grandchildren play with it and smash it into the walls and that, it probably will break again fairly quickly. So long term, this is probably a parts only car that I'll take the motors out of and use for something else. But in the meantime, it's working. So, job done.